This week's Parashah is Parashat Tazria, and the Parashah opens up with the laws of a woman who has given birth. And Rashi tells us, Amar Rav Samlai, it's a midrash, just as we find in Parashat Bereshit that man was created after the animals, so too, that's why now the Parashah discusses the creation, the laws of man, after it had discussed all the laws of the animals in the last week's Parashah. And the Midrash continues, Rabbi Sedaka Hussein brings down the next part of the Midrash. Im zacha, if a person zocheh, if he merits in this world, omrim lo, we tell him, ata kadamta ma'aseh bereshit, you came before all the creations. But if you weren't zocheh, if a person doesn't merit in his life, we tell him, yitosh, even the smallest bug came before you. Rabbi Sedaka Hussein says, what's the idea of this Midrash? It doesn't make sense. We know man was created later. What does it mean? We'll say that you were created first. What's reality? And Rabbi Sedaka Hussein tells us a beautiful idea. It's a powerful idea. That we know the neshama was created on the first day, but the goof, the physical part of man, was created on the last day. So if a person gives priority to his neshama, if that's the purpose and goal of his life, then your creation started way before the entire creation of the world. But if a person gives priority to his goof, then even the smallest bug, the smallest creation in this world came before you. And that's the message of this Midrash. And Rabbi Avraham Fatal, the great rabbi from Haifa from the 1900s, brings down this idea, and he drives it through even stronger. He brings down a Zohar. You have to understand, we know Na'aseh Adam, the Pasuk tells us in Bereshit. Hashem says, let's make man. What does this mean, Na'aseh Adam? B'tzalmenu kidmutenu. In our image, like our Creator. Man, Adam, was meant to be created in the image of his Creator. What does that mean? The Zohar tells us, when man was created, Maketiv be'or basar talbisheni. It's just a clothing, the goof, the physical body, just a clothing of what Adam is really. The real person is really his neshama inside, and the outside is just a beged. Because we know that the person is only the neshama, and everything else, ela malbusha bil chodoi. Kloma, what does that mean? Haguf eno ela malbush leoto surah. The goof is only a covering of the real person, the real Adam, which is inside. And that's what Hashem meant when He says, Na'aseh Adam b'tzalmenu kidmutenu. Let's make that pure neshama. Of course, we're going to clothe him with a goof. So that's the main creation of man, that neshama inside. Vihi kiruya Adam, and that's what it means, Adam. When you talk about Adam, that word, it means the neshama, that's man. And he brings down, that's the understanding of the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot. Haviv Adam shenivra betzelem. Haviv, he's beloved. Man is beloved, that he was created in the image of Hashem. That neshama, man, is what man is all about. That was what was created in the image of Hashem. So the idea of this midrash is that if a person focuses his life on who he is, his real essence, his neshama, then we'll say that you were created before all the creations. But if a person puts the emphasis in his life on his goof, on his body, then even the smallest creation came before you. Who are you? Bezat Hashem, we should take the lesson, Rabbi Sedaka Hussein, that the person, Adam, and Rabbi Avraham Fatal, Adam is his neshama. That's the essence of a person. Let's live up to try to emulate our Creator in the pnimiyut, in the inside of us, because that's who we really are, what we are inside. The outside goof is just a clothing to the essence of man. Bezat Hashem, we should all grow in our closeness to Hashem and our Torah and Yirat Shamayim. We should have a beautiful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.